Hello everyone, welcome back to a very special and extra long episode of Real English with AK. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. Hello friends, grab a cup of coffee or tea, sit back and relax because today we have a very interesting topic to discuss.
Yes, today we are going to use our imaginations. We are going to step into a fantasy world. Paul, are you ready to dream?
I was born ready, Emily. I love dreaming, especially when the dream involves money.
Haha, yes, money. So the big question for today is, what would you do if you won the lottery?
Imagine checking your ticket numbers. 1, 2, 3. And suddenly you realize you have won $50 million.
50 million. Last time we said 10 million, but today we are going big. $50 million. Paul, what is your immediate reaction? Do you scream? Do you faint?
I think I would freeze. I would stare at the paper and not move for 10 minutes. My brain would stop working. What about you?
I would probably start crying. Happy tears, of course. And then I would call my mom immediately.
See, that is why you are a good person. You call your mom. I think I would call my boss and say, I quit.
Haha, that is the second conditional grammar we are practicing today, friends. If I won, I would quit. It is a hypothetical situation.
Exactly. So, Emily, the money is in your bank. It is real. Let's talk about the first big purchase, the lifestyle change.
Okay, I said before that I would get a chef. I still want that. But with 50 million, I would also hire a personal trainer and a massage therapist.
Oh, wow. A massage every day? That sounds incredible. You would be so relaxed.
I would never be stressed again. I would start my day with yoga, then a healthy breakfast made by my chef, and then a massage. What is your morning routine as a millionaire?
My routine? Well, I would wake up in my new house. And speaking of houses, I want to change my answer from last time.
Oh, no more penthouse in New York?
The penthouse is nice, but with 50 million, I would buy a private island.
A private island, like in the movies?
Yes, an island in the Caribbean Ocean. White sand, blue water, and nobody else around. Just me and the coconuts.
That sounds lonely, Paul. Would you not miss the city, the noise, the people?
Maybe a little bit. But if I get lonely, I will just jump in my helicopter and fly to the city for dinner.
A helicopter now? You really love flying machines. First a jet, now a helicopter.
Traffic is terrible, Emily. Rich people don't wait in traffic. We fly over it.
That is a fair point. Okay, so you have an island and a helicopter. I think I would buy a farm.
A farm? Like with cows and chickens?
Yes, but not for eating. I would create a sanctuary, a safe place for old animals to live happily. I would have horses, dogs, cats, maybe even a donkey.
That is beautiful. Emily's animal paradise. I would visit you. Can I land my helicopter on your farm?
Only if you bring snacks for the donkeys.
Deal. Now let's talk about something else. What about the weird stuff?
What do you mean weird stuff?
You know, when people get too much money, they buy strange things, like a golden toilet or a dinosaur skeleton.
Oh gosh, would you buy a dinosaur skeleton?
I mean, it would look cool in my living room. This is T-Rex. He is my pet.
You are crazy. I think the weirdest thing I might do is I might buy a ticket to space.
Space? Like a rocket ship?
Yes, just to see the Earth from the outside. It costs a lot of money, but it would be a life-changing experience.
That is true. If I had the money, I would go to the moon. That is a great sentence for our listeners.
But Paul, being rich isn't always easy. Let's be realistic for a moment. What about the problems?
Problems? How can having $50 million be a problem?
Well, think about your friends. Think about people you know. If they know you have money, they might treat you differently.
Ah, I see. You mean fake friends. People who only like me because I pay for dinner.
Exactly. Or distant cousins asking for loans. Hey, Paul, remember me? I need $50,000.
That would be annoying. I would have to change my phone number. Maybe I would have to hire a bodyguard.
A bodyguard? A big strong man in a suit following you everywhere?
Yes, to protect me from people asking for money. That sounds stressful, actually.
It does. That is why some lottery winners stay anonymous. They don't tell anyone they won. Would you do that?
I think I would try, but it is hard to keep a secret when you buy a private island and a helicopter.
Haha, that is true. Hey, Paul, nice helicopter. Oh, this? I found it on the street.
Okay, let's talk about something more serious. Charity. Giving back. With 50 million, we have a responsibility, right?
Absolutely. We talked about helping parents, but we can do more. I would build a school.
A school? Where?
Maybe in a country where children don't have good access to education. I would build a beautiful school with a big library and computers.
That is amazing. Education changes the world. If I built something, I think I would build a sports center.
For football?
Yes, and basketball, and tennis. Free sports for kids who can't afford to join clubs. Sports teach teamwork and discipline.
That is a great idea. So we have Emily's school and Paul's sports center. We are very good people, aren't we?
We are the best millionaires ever. But Emily, what about work? We touched on this last time.
Yes, you said you would take a break. But honestly, if you don't work, what do you do all day?
That is the danger. If I don't work, I might just become lazy. I might watch TV for 10 hours a day.
And that is not healthy. I think I would turn my hobbies into work. I would open a bakery.
A bakery? But you don't need the profit.
Exactly. I can sell cakes very cheaply or give them away for free. Free chocolate cake Fridays.
Oh my goodness. The line would be 1 mile long. Everyone would come to your bakery.
And what about you? Would you start a business?
I think I would start a production company. I would make movies.
Movies. Would you be the actor? The star?
No, I am not an actor. I would be the producer. The guy in the suit who says, make this explosion bigger.
More explosions, please? You really like action. I do. Okay, Emily, we have spent almost all our money. We bought houses, islands, helicopters, schools, and bakeries. It goes fast, doesn't it? 50 million isn't infinite.
So we need to save some. We need to invest.
That is the boring part, but it is important. We should put money in the bank for the future.
For our children, or for when we are very old.
Exactly. Paul, looking back at this conversation, what is the best part of winning the lottery? Is it the things or the freedom?
I think it is the freedom. The freedom to say yes to things you want to do and no to things you don't want to do.
That is a perfect definition. It buys you time. Time to be with family. Time to learn. Time to explore.
Speaking of learning, our listeners are learning English right now, and that is an investment too.
It is. Learning English is like winning a small lottery. It opens doors to new jobs, new friends, and new cultures.
That is very true. You don't need $50 million to be successful. You just need a curious mind.
And discipline. Just like saving money, you have to practice English a little bit every day.
Before we wrap up this long episode, let's do a quick lightning round. I ask you a quick question. You give a quick answer.
Okay, I am ready. Go.
If you won the lottery, would you keep your current phone?
Number 1, I would buy the newest, most expensive phone immediately.
Would you travel to the North Pole?
No, too cold. I prefer the beach.
Would you buy a zoo?
No, a sanctuary. No cages. Freedom for animals.
Would you dye your hair pink?
If I was rich, yes. Who cares what people think?
Haha. Okay, your turn. Ask me.
Okay, Paul. If you won the lottery, would you eat pizza every day? Tempting, but no. My health is worth more than money. Maybe 3 times a week.
Would you buy a gold watch?
Yes, a nice heavy gold watch. I like classic style.
Last one. Would you run for president?
Oh no, definitely not. Too much stress. I prefer being a podcaster.
Good answer. We need you here on Real English with Aka.
This was such a fun conversation, Emily. Dreaming is really good for the brain.
It is. And for our listeners, we want to hear your long answers today because this was a long episode.
This was such a fun conversation, Emily. Dreaming is really good for the brain.
In the comments, tell us 3 things you would do. Not just one, 3 things.
1 lifestyle change, 1 travel plan, and 1 charity idea. Can you do that?
I am sure they can. Our listeners are very smart.
Thank you for staying with us for this longer episode. We hope it gave you lots of listening practice.
Don't forget to listen again if you missed some words. Repetition is key.
And please subscribe to the channel. Help us reach our lottery goal of 1 million subscribers.
That would be better than money. Thank you, everyone.
Have a rich and wonderful week. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.